The United Nations nuclear chief will arrive in Tehran on Monday, one day after high-level diplomatic talks on Iran's nuclear ambitions ended without a deal. Another set of meetings has been scheduled for later this month, and observers say despite the lack of an agreement, Iran and the group of 6 nations are making progress towards a possible deal. Reports say Iran would limit its ability to produce weapons-grade nuclear fuel. In turn, the 6 nations would reverse some of the economic sanctions that have crippled Iran's economy.
The Late Late Show couldn't pull off a happy ending. The delegates say they were close, but the gap is still there, especially between Paris and Tehran. On uranium, they mostly agree, but France is concerned about an Iranian plutonium plant due to open next year.
We've made a lot of progress. Now we go to the next step, and hopefully when the ministers come back, 2 weeks or so, something like that, we'll be in a position to move forward. But with respect to the plutonium, absolutely, it's a very central issue, and it's one we spent a significant amount of time on, and one we are absolutely adamant must be addressed in the context of any kind of agreement.
EU Foreign Policy Chief Catherine Ashton and Iran's Foreign Minister Javad Zarif are all smiles as they address the world's media.
It was natural that when we start dealing with the details, there will be differences of views, and we expected that. I'm not disappointed at all because it was a good meeting. And I think we're all on the same wavelength, and that's important. And that gives us the impetus to go forward when we meet again next time.
Iranian President Hassan Rouhani told his country's parliament on Sunday that Iran will not give up its right to enrich uranium. Rouhani said Iran will not answer to threats and sanctions. Officials from Iran and the 6 countries are to meet again in Geneva on November 20th to try to reach an agreement.
The Obama administration says Iran has the right to peaceful nuclear power, but that is not sitting well with its longtime ally, Israel, who says the goal should be the wholesale dismantling of Iran's nuclear program. Israel's prime minister took to the American airwaves to warn he's not alone.
It's not only my concern that this is a bad deal. There are many, many Arab leaders in the region who are saying this is a very bad deal for the region and for the world. And you know, when you have the Arabs and Israelis speaking in one voice, doesn't happen very often. I think it's worth paying attention to us.